Ladies and gentlemen, our next performer needs no giant magic switches, trapdoors in the floor or anything like that. In fact, he specialises in creating magic almost from his bare hands. Recently returned from the UK and the continent for an extended tour and now forging ahead on the Melbourne magic scene. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Mr. Simon Coronel.
Good evening. The fireball is just a show. It doesn't actually do anything. I just figure it kind of gives my act that flashy Las Vegas look. With more bigger budget and so on. But as Nick said, my name's Simon Coronel and I am probably of the performers in this show tonight, probably the newest, the youngest. I've only been doing magic for a relatively brief 6.5 years. But in that time I've still seen a heck of a lot of tricks, illusions, whatever you want to call them. And tonight I thought to kick things off I'd share with you the two tricks that for me stand out head and shoulders as my favourite, the best ones. Would that work for you guys? Okay, this is interactive. I'll have to say stuff by the way. It's not TV. First one of the things that makes this so great is it uses an object we can all relate to. A $5 note. Okay, money is always a good thing to work with. And sorry, sir in the front row, what's your name? Peter. Could you do me a favour? Just check that out for me. And I'm using my money so we don't have to go into the awkward situation of me borrowing money and you being anxious that you'll get it back or not. So, but give it a really good examination. Make sure there's no trapdoors or secret compartments or wires, hinges, chocolate-covered lizards, midgets that can speak French, anything. I should also make the point I'm going to do this with my sleeves rolled up, not wearing a watch, something you won't see a lot of in a magic show. Does that meet requirements, Pete? Fantastic. Okay, so with the sleeves up, naked from the elbows down. Okay, forearms are erotic. This would be a pretty racy show, people. I'm going to do something that's kind of related to origami, the Japanese art of paper folding that most of you will have heard of before. And basically it's harder with plastic to get the creases in just the right place to make this illusion, but rather than making the illusion of a paper crane or a rhinoceros or whatever like origami, we get the folds in just the right place. I don't know if you can start to see that. It starts to resemble not a bird but a $50 note. It's pretty cool. But like I said, now think about this, I said this was an illusion, okay, not magic. If this was magic, if I could really do this, odds are I wouldn't be here tonight. We'd be on a beach in Hawaii with a margarita the size of a bucket, just sipping it, stacked with it, exactly, and a stack of $5 notes folding up. Doing that, lounging back, enjoying it. So it is unfortunately an illusion, even though it's a very convincing short-sleeved one. And because of that, I need to reverse the folds. For those in the front row watching really closely now, get the creases in just the right place. This looks really, really cool. And you can start to see it reverting back to the $5 note from whence it came. Okay, now, even though I made the point this is an illusion achieved through sleight of hand and a bunch of other things, what makes that trick so cool is it is exactly the kind of thing you would do if you really had magic powers. You know, odds are you wouldn't be taking big metal rings and linking them and unlinking them, pulling rabbits out of hats, because then they crap on the carpet and it's just... Now, I said I was going to show you two tricks to kick things off. The second one is a complete contrast to this. This one's totally abstract, no practical purpose whatsoever, but damn does it look cool. And the first contrast is rather than a $5 note, a sensible object, this uses a small white 9-inch silk handkerchief. Now the biggest problem I have with this is this establishes me as the kind of man who carries around small silk handkerchiefs, which is not really the look I'm going for, but for the sake of your entertainment pleasure, I'm going to go with it.